Happy 29th anniversary to the album classic, the masterpiece known as Nocturnal by Helter Skelter. Me and my partner. Not here to talk about that. I'm gonna be going live later, and we could talk we could talk Nocturnal for the whole live. All right, around 8 o'clock. All right, so I'll see y'all in a second. I'm here to talk about that story that RZA told. I heard RZA telling the story on Drink Champs. You know, it's a story of ODB. ODB was, I was there to just put like, RZA told this story of ODB ruining a Redman and Method Man show. And yeah, I was there. I'm watching RZA tell his story, and some of his, with certain moments that he wasn't, he didn't remember that well. It was, it was a little bit hazy. Well, me too. You know what I'm saying? It's a few moments from that night that a little bit hazy, because, first of all, I'm gonna just preface this by saying I was highly intoxicated. I was having the time of my life. I was a rapper. I was a new rapper, hanging out with rappers that I respected, running around all over the place with rappers that I was a fan of, and it was probably one of my first experiences, just experiencing them being a fan of me at the same time. And it's just sensory overload. It's everybody. Like, it went down like this. It was at a convention called How Can I Be Down? It used to be one of the dopest conventions they had in the game. And, if you don't know, if you've never been to one of these type of conventions, it'll be like a strip, like 4 hotels, all, across the street and next door to each other. Big hotels, right? In these hotels is every celebrity you could think of, in the culture. And they somebody everywhere, right? So you seeing all of your fans, and you also seeing everybody you a fan of. Dope atmosphere, right? They got parties going on, they got celebrity sporting events, they got panels, they got meet and greets, they got all performances, concerts. All of this is, you understand what I'm saying? All within the span of about 4 days. It was the dopest. If you a young artist, it's the dopest thing. You having, if you was a young artist and you went to one of those, it was probably your favorite, your dopest experience in hip hop up till that point. You understand what I'm saying? Like, wild business. So this particular night, we was in this club. This club was big, right? And it's applicable. Ginormous spot, right? And if I remember correctly, yeah, there was a moment where it was me and Tech from Smith & Wesson, my bro. We was upstairs by this bar with mad Wu-Tang niggas, right? I remember it was only me and Tech was like the only two boot camp clique. We used to follow a certain protocol where we didn't, we wasn't even really, like, it was kind of against the rules for us to even be splitting up too much or whatever. Like, but even if we is going to split up, use the buddy system, because, it's a lot of chaos going on. And it was a rare occasion that me and Tech would be paired off together, but for whatever reason, it was me. If I remember correctly, it was me and Tech. We was at this bar upstairs. Like, you could see the stage downstairs, and it was far, or at least it seemed that way to me. While we was upstairs, I remember they just passing down bottles of champagne. One by one, just bottles of champagne is just on. I see them on their way. Now, at this point, right, I had never even drank, well, I probably had drank champagne before, but I was very new to the champagne campaign. You understand what I'm saying? And salute to Champagne, my first rap partner, my cousin, and a female. I'm up to something. They pass the bottle down to me. Niggas is 40-ounce in champagne bottles, right? And passing them down, right? And niggas pass the 40-ounce, the champagne bottle down to me, and I start guzzling. Shit start. I'm drinking the champagne, shit bubbling. It's a mess, right? I make a mess, right? But I don't care. Nobody knows, nobody notices it, nobody teases me, whatever. I just figure I don't know what I'm doing. I pass the bottle. The next one, repeat the process. I don't know how many times I soaked myself with champagne, but at least one time it did happen, right? But that's irrelevant. That's just to set the temperature, the craziness. I'm just setting the mood here. This night was insane. It was another moment where I was downstairs with Red and Method Man and taking mad flicks with fans, right? Now, the fans were only really concerned with Redman and Method Man, right? But Redman and Method Man both rocked with me. So, and these two niggas was my favorite rappers at the same time. So I'm in the hip hop heaven right now. I'm fanned out, but I'm cool. You can't tell I'm fanned out. I'm cool, right? So yeah, niggas, we taking pictures with the fans and all of that. But it's going on. Redman decides to shift the crowd of fans into he turns the crowd into a direction. Like hold on, stand right here. Let's turn this way. Take it from this angle. And then he goes, all right, y'all ready? They ready to snap the picture? He just tapped Meth, and these niggas both bounce. Pew, pew. I'm standing there looking goofy. They don't really care. Like, I'm not that known yet. You understand what I'm saying? But I bounce with them. But I lose them. Run interrupt. And I see my boy. I'm like, yo, I was just now downstairs. Method Man, Red Man, blah, 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 blah. Complete fan. Like the people don't know me like that yet. The artists know me, but the fans, just moderate recognition. I get some but just it's not like the bros, right? So anyway, I'm really just tagging along with my favorite two rappers, just being glad that they letting me tag along. But somewhere along on the tag along, I lost them, and I run in the rut. And I'm telling him about the Yamin you heard. He's like, word, blah, blah, blah. Where they at? I don't know where they at no more, right? But anyway, again, I'm just setting the mood for what type of chaos was going on that night. So at some point, I hear on the microphone, Wu-Tang to the stage. It might have been Raekwon to the stage. You know that thing they do when you going next, but they call you now? So it was that kind of thing, right? They called Wu-Tang to the backstage area, but then they announced Capleton. Everybody make some noise for Capleton. Nigga, old dirty bastard walk out, and he's like, it's kind of a precursor to the, what was that? The award show speech when he was like, Wu-Tang is for the children. You know what I'm saying? When he coined that phrase. Before he said the famous line, he was like, I got all dressed up in this suit thinking we was gonna win something. Well, it was something similar to that. He was like, niggas called me to stage. I heard Wu-Tang to the stage. Talking about some Capleton? Capleton? Don't nobody want to hear no motherfucking Capleton. I was like, oh, what am I with? I knew what I was witnessing because this was an ODB first rodeo, right? Don't nobody want to hear no motherfucking Capleton. He might have said that a few times. My memory is a little bit hazy or whatever. But then at some point, Raekwon did get to perform, right? I remember them towards the end of Raekwon's, like, Old Dirty got to rock with Raekwon, if I'm not mistaken. It was a Raekwon show, but you know what I'm saying. At the end of the show, I remember them basically dragging ODB. Like, some would lay out on the stage, on the floor, you know what I'm saying? Just sing, oh, fall out on the floor like that. I remember them dragging him off the stage, and playfully though, right? Dragging son off stage, coming back and getting his sneakers, right? So that happened. Red and Meth was scheduled to perform after that. Not right after that, but after that at some point. Now, I don't remember if Capleton actually performed or not. If he did, it's been wiped from my memory somehow. I do not remember, right? But when Red and Meth got to the stage and started doing their Red and Meth thing, now I'm watching this from upstairs, from right around where me and Ruck, I'm watching from upstairs, right? I don't remember if me and Ruck was still together. All I remember was watching while Red and Meth, I can't remember what song it was they got to. It might have been when they got to How High. I don't know. But I just seen Old Dirty run across the stage. Well, from y'all peripheral, he ran across the stage from that way. Ran this way. And he he ran to the turntables, right? His back is turned to the turn. His back is turned to us. We can't see him from behind. I swear it looked like Dirty, his sleeves on his shirt was too long. Because it was like he was swinging his arms and he snatched like the banner that, like it's a, like you got the table, you got like a cloth with Hot 97 or whatever on the front of it. I don't know if it was Hot 97. I'm saying it might be Month of the Man. It might be whatever. Because Method Man and Redman had the Month of the Man thing. Both of their albums came out the same month. And it was a big campaign, Def Jam. I don't remember, but you know how that little, it'll be the turntables, and it'll be a cloth, something hanging down, and they got logos and stuff in front of it. If I'm not mistaken, Dirty snatched, ragtagged that whole cloth off of the table, and the turntables went right with it. Dunk, dunk. Turntable mixer, other turntable. Dunk, dunk, dunk. I was like, oh. I think the speakers went next. I remember Meth going, yo, God, what happened? I was like, oh. Now, we knew Dirty was notorious for doing this type of thing, but not to family. I didn't know how to feel. Like, I was like, what? Anyway, so yeah, I was there. There's a lot of other dope things that happened interesting and dope things that happened during that 4-day convention. How can I be down? Maybe I'll do a follow-up on that. But salute to RZA. What's interesting is Boot Camp was there, Wu-Tang was there, Def Squad was there, right? DJ EFM was there, right? I would be real interested to know how many other artists have a perspective on this night and or this story. Who knows? But anyway, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide. President, I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor, I'm off the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Trying to be a taxpayer citizen of the nation and leave us a super thanks. Or Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all don't be listening. Cash App tag gonna be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. All of the mixtapes are there. Not all of them. From the newest one, Nonviolent Rocco, all the way back to Shell Shock. So y'all could get those binge. That's about 10 joints right there, you know what I'm saying? 10 mixtapes. So y'all can get those, have fun, binge. You know what I mean? Listen to me rap. It's new music on the way, trust and believe. Oh, also, I think I'm offering memberships right now. You know what I'm saying? There was a certain individual that I was kind of wilding out on. I wasn't really wilding out, but I had to give a talking to. You know what I'm saying? And I had another video loaded up, but he apologized. So, I didn't publish the video, but it's there. Other videos where I couldn't get a monetized clearance or whatever, you know what I mean? Copyright strikes or whatever. They're there. So y'all can go there and check those out. There's a special edition Winner Circle video there. So, you know what I mean? So if Go ahead and get your subscribe on. I'm gonna be updating it. I'm gonna give y'all more info on it soon. We got a Duck Down 30-year anniversary coming up. It's gonna be in New York City, July 5th, I believe. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Not scheme. So if you're in the NYC area, you want to be involved. So all of those things. Also, when you are leaving your comments here, do your spell checks. Autocorrects are how you put in helter skelter when it's helter skelter. It's A and a H, no ER. You know what I mean? At the end of both words. It's monster, not monster. An A, not an E and an R. And for the love of all things decent, it's BCC, not BBC.